Check, check, check. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? What a beautiful Friday it is here in ROAH, somewhere in Japan. This is actually Naha, Japan. We've got some thunderstorms around the area, got some rain. We've got an awesome little flight set up here. I've had a wonderful day. My trip trading gods were good to me, and I was able to swap out of a pretty lengthy 3-day trip that was really going to be 4 days, and I was able to swap down to a day trip. So in celebration, I decided we're going to do a little stream today. So we're going to fly this weekend, probably do some piston GA flying. Maybe tomorrow, we shall see. Maybe at the conclusion of the stream. I doubt it, though. I want to go home and watch the Jets preseason game tonight. We'll cook out. So, but anyway, we are going up to Fukuyuku, Japan. We are on Say Intentions AI. We also have Iveo running in the background. I think there's like 5 of us up there. I may actually turn off Say Intentions AI just so I can tell who is actually who, because there's a whole lot of, there's actually more people on Iveo than I thought. But yeah, Md-11 won the poll, and the bare metal beat-up Md-11 under the FedEx colors. It hasn't hit the paint shop yet. We've flown this one before. This is the TFDI Md-11, the FS Cabral livery, and it's absolutely fantastic. Once the sun pops out, you're going to see some real details. The wing details alone are the only reason I fly FS Cabral. I can't fly any other Md-11 liveries anymore. The wings just look so much better on the FS Cabral liveries. So there's some really good paint, some really good painters out there, but he just nailed the wings. He like added some textures to them, really give them some definition. So that's what we have in store for us today. Iveo's goated, says Prodigist. What's up, my man? Classic Jet Simputs in the house. Mega Dawg. I just landed 707. I go to Guatemala. Looking forward to the Tri-Jet. Bring it on, dude. Classic Jet Sim pilot. I wish people voted for the 707. I almost alt F4'd and did the 707 today because I'm just in love with that airplane, dude. There's a Ecuador's national airline. They had a 707. It's a pretty cool livery, and they have that on Flight Sim TO. The 707, dude. It's such a fun airplane to fly. It's actually probably one of my favorite airplanes in the sim. Definitely top 5. It's just that much fun to fly with the flight engineer and everything else. So, everyone else on the cargo ramp to your left. Yes, I did see that. These are all actual players over here, I believe. I think this is a doubled up here with an AI traffic. But yeah, I saw a bunch of players on this side, and matter of fact, we'll see what Say Intentions does. We'll get our clearance and everything through Say Intentions. We'll take off, and then maybe we'll just go with the regular players from there on, so we can all hear each other. But I kind of want to see what Say Intentions is like here on the ground in Japan, if there's accents or what have you. So, but yeah, this is the proper Freak Dog livery. You guys voted for it. There's another really good one too. He has a plane, the new style FedEx livery, which is good. But I figured it's Freight Dog Friday. Let's dive into it with this beat up air. This is actually a retired American Airlines Md-11 that's getting ready to go to the paint shop for FedEx. So. Yeah, the blade sounds are loud. Also, I did update the sound pack. There is a sound pack for this airplane. Must have. It's freeware on Flight Sim TO. Pick up the sound pack. We're going to be running the GE engines today, so I don't think we flew GE engines last time, so it'll be slightly different. But I did update the sound pack, and I updated the Md-11, and let's get into it. So let's see what kind of trouble we can get into, man. I do enjoy flying the Md-11. It is. It's quite the challenge. You know, it's the modernized L1011. I still love the L1011. I think they're just so different. They're so different. The L10 and Md-11, they're so different. So let's get into it. Let's rock it up, and let's fire it up and rock and roll, shall we? All right, here we go. Into the cockpit. Let's go ahead and get the battery switch on first so we don't have to deal with the cockpit light situation. All right, there we go. We'll go right into external power, and now it's time to juice up the overhead panels here. Let's go ahead and get our panel lighting set up here. I did set my sim time forward to 4:30 a.m., so it's actually 4:43 a.m. in the sim right now. 4:43 a.m. sim time. That's because right now the whole flight would have been done in the pitch black if we did real time, because it's like, what, 1:40 a.m. local time? So. Proper rust bucket it is. Proper rust bucket it is. Okay, let's go ahead and get nav 1, 2, 3. We'll wait for the fire test. All right, those are going into the nav position. We'll come on down the medium side, or the medium side, left side, then to the middle side. We'll go ahead and put the emergency power into on. It's going to run through its self-test. We're going to come over here. Everything looks good on this panel. We're going to put the hydraulics into test. Oh, we could use the dome light. We don't need a dome light. Thunderstorm light. Ooh. Maybe we should have the thunderstorm light on since we're in a thunderstorm right now. That's kind of cozy. All right, thunderstorm light on or dome light? What do you guys think? Dome light's kind of cozy too. Let's go with the dome light. All right, emergency exit lights to arm. We'll get those. Let's go ahead and get the seat belts and no smoking. We'll just put those on. We have no passengers. Nav lights, logo lights. Well, those will come on right there. We'll come up the right-hand side. Brightness annunciators. We can actually put them in dim right now. We'll put them in dim. Annunciator light test.
Overspeed.
We got them all. Lots of them. That is one heck of a panel. Cargo door test. We're going to skip that. Fuel use reset. Engine max pointer reset on that. All this defog stuff looks good. Anti-ice looks good. Let's go up here. Hydraulic pressure system test. We're going to put that into test mode. We'll put our hydraulic panel up on here. And it's going to run through its own hydraulic test situation. I may have to turn the APU bleed on for that, actually. Do you? I don't. Maybe not. Maybe not. I'm thinking of the ADPs. I don't think you need the hydraulic to bleed on for that. Engine fire test. We'll do that one more time. Important. Everything looks good there. Okay, good. Back down here, we'll do a magic barrel ref. Let's pull out our standby ADI. Emerger power to arm, not on. Did I turn it on again, Emenberg? I did that last time we flew this thing. Let me check. Oh my goodness. Thank you. I don't know why I keep doing that. Arm in the middle position. All right, FMC flight plan initialize. Okay, so we're gonna make this real easy. We'll send the flight plan to FMC, and then we will set payload and fuel. I wish we had a. Oh, pretty heavy, 501,000 pounds. I did pretty much full cargo as much as I could get. That's the only thing I wish we could do on this aircraft is get a timer for loading. You know what I'm saying? All right, but we'll open up the, let's open up the passenger doors. Let's go cargo. We'll get those up. I'll get all those up. Nose weight. Wheel chocks are set. GPU is connected. Doors are opening. We don't have any stairs to bring over to the aircraft. That's okay. We've already walked in. All right, the cargo door. What's the wind limitation on the cargo door? 55 knots? All right, we'll hit the Align IRS button. And ROHA to RJFF. I don't think we actually have an alternate file, which that can't be right. RJFK, we do have an alternate. RJFK, let's plug away at this box. RJFK. And real quick, let me put COM2 on 122.8. I want to see if I can hear anybody on 22.8. 22.8 active. I'm on 1, and 2. Can I get a radio check on 22.8? Oh wait, hold on. Can I get a radio check on 122.8?
How about that?
Oh, that's cool. Okay, so I got IVEO on COM2.
555.
Alright guys, so I got IVEO on COM2 and I got SAM tensions on COM1, so I should be able to hear you when we're doing our traffic calls.
So we all start talking at once.
Yeah, it'll be exciting. Alright, okay, comm radios are set up for right now. Let's go ahead and do this flight. I had to refile us because I accidentally filed FXE. I don't even know who that is. Or I forget who it is, but we're going to be FedEx 357. Today, cruise flight level is 33,000 feet initially, 330. Cost index, we're going to go 55. All right, cruise level 330, page 2. All right, fuel on board, 52.3 is loaded. All these are going to bring in here. We're going to bring all these over. Makes it real easy. CG 19.3. Max landing weight 481.5. We're estimating 473, so we're going to be very close to our landing weight going into Fukuoka. All right, so that's what on these shorter flights like this, especially on the Md-11, it's fun to really load up. I just set my sim brief to do full cargo load, and if you want to get even heavier, you can do a custom alternate, get more fuel. and really try to max out your weight so you can be as heavy as possible on takeoff without having to go a 25-hour flight or whatever this thing could do. I mean, this thing go pretty far, like 18 hours, right? Something like that. All right, we're going to skip the fuel dipstick. We don't need to worry about that, so that is all good. Let's go ahead and get ready to, let's go to the flight plan page. Before we set it completely up, let's call clearance delivery on COM 12207 on COM 1. Oh, but I screwed up my comms already. Oh, wow. So if you customize it, it'll change COM 2 on say intentions. This is interesting. I'm playing around with stuff. I want COM 1. All right. I'm listening on both radios, and I want clearance on COM 1. Why won't I put it on COM 2 for me? Alright, COM 1 and COM 2, I want 22.8. COM 2, COM 1. Alright. 15 at ground, FedEx 357 heavy clearance to Fukuoka. How do you say the airport?
FedEx 357, Naha clearance, runway 18 left. Which direction departing?
We're going to be departing north for FedEx 357.
FedEx 357, runway 18 left, north turnout approved.
FedEx 357, can we pick up our IFR clearance to Fukuoka? Why don't you just give me a north turnout approved? Do they know clearance delivery today?
FedEx 357, cleared to Fukuoka via the SCOP 3 departure, then as filed. Initial climb 10,000, departure on 119.1, squawk 3764. Expect runway 18 left.
Cleared to Fukuoka via the SCOP 3 departure, then as filed. Initial climb 10,000, departures 19.1, squawk 3764 for FedEx 357. I don't know if you're going to get two radio
FedEx
transmissions.
357, read back correct. Contact ground on 121.8.
We'll call ground 21.8 for FedEx 357 heavy. Alright, 3674 TARA, that's going to go altitude reporting on. Position 1 will put you in the above mode. So that's what we've got set up. Initial climb 10,000 feet is set. Okay, let's go ahead and set our Roja departure SID off one runway. What did it give us? 18 left, I believe. It's going to be a quick taxi up. 18 left on the Escabo 3 departure. First fix to Amami. So we'll insert that. That looks good. Cherry Amami all the way down, and then going into Fukuoka, we filed 16 left on the Escupi. So is that the approach you guys want to do? Or is there a cooler approach to Fukuoka? We'll plan the ILS 16 left. RJFF star ILS 16 left. Entix transition, and then we're coming down the Scoopy. Yeah, Scoopy. Where you at? Scoopy. From Iscoop. Alright, now let's take a look and see how that ended up. Let's go into plan mode. Map, Atonex, the scoop, and then what happened here? This doesn't look right. Didn't take our star. take our star. The scuba. Insert. There should be an arc out there. I don't know why it's not taking the arc. Why aren't we getting the arc from the Scoopy? How are we doing? Are we doing this wrong? RJFF star 16 left. Scoopy transition. Is there a different name for the transition? The Scoop Echo. Yeah, I don't know. That's bizarre. It's not loading the arrival like it should. That's really bizarre. Alright, well, we'll have to deal with that en route, but we'll just leave it as is, because I'm not sure why that's doing that. The 100% should load the star. Does the TFDI have failures? Yes, it does. That's a great question. Let me check my failure manager real quick before we blast off. I don't think we have any failures right now. I do have my extended simulation running in the background. Select NTIX. Scoopy Echo. That's what it should be. Oh, there we go. Thanks, Bills. That's weird. You have to select NTIX for the arrival? Okay, there we go. It's loaded up. Cool. Alright. That looks good. Flaps. We're going to set all that stuff up right now. So let's go ahead and kill the dome light. Oh yeah, we'll go back to this. It's kind of bothering me there. Let's get the APU fired up. Take a listen outside. Sorry, I was talking to myself there. Yes, I am using real-time weather. Don't ever set the failure rate to high, Prodigus. Really, is it that bad? That seems pretty hardcore. Alright, somebody's starting up over there. Almost sounded like a 727 starting up over there. Alright, we are on the APU, so external power off, please. We can go ahead and disconnect that. Let's go ahead and make sure the park brake is set. Aux hydraulics on. Park brake is set, right? That's on. Park brake is on with the light illuminated. Park brake is on. Remove the wheel chocks. Close the passenger door. Let's go ahead and run our perf takeoff data. We'll get the weather information. 18 left. Alright, get takeoff weight. Let's see what the optimum is. Packs on, calculate. Flaps 13, I like that. So 48, 60, 72. So we're going to go flaps 13. One 48, 60, and 72. Alright, we're going to zero this out up here. OAT is 24. 24C. Alright, VCL is 255, so we're actually, ooh, yeah, we're going to set 255. And we push it. Oh, we pull it. Push or pull, we'll figure it out. Golly, that's a big time storm. 255. Oh, why is that off? We're going to be nav off the ground. Profile climb to 10,000. So profile is armed. We'll have pitch armed here. Because we don't have the TOs set up. I'll have to verify that after. Trim setting 6.8 on the stab. And we can set that now because our hydraulics is on, right? It seems awful far aft. I'm going to set 6.7. Save us a unit. Alright, aux hydraulic pumps coming off. Back to map mode. We'll zoom it in. Turn the weather radar on. We'll get that after push. Alright. Ignition A. Beacon lights coming on. Thunderstorm lights coming off. Let's make sure we're all set up to go. So, takeoff speeds are set, flight plan is set. We're going to be 255 VCL. Runway heading is actually, oops, sorry, wrong button. Runway heading is 180. $182. Naha traffic, FedEx 357. We'll be starting them up and taxi into 18 left. Flex at 52. So we are going to flex at it. Actually, we're not going to flex because it's wet. So no flex. We're going to take flex speeds, but no flex. All right. I think we're ready to push and start. We need to switch over ground 21.8. Naha ground, FedEx 357, ready to push and start.
FedEx 357, Naha ground, push and start approved. Face is out.
Push and start approved, face south for FedEx 357 heavy. Alright. Left LP. Brakes release. Wow, look at that lightning shot. Alright, we're going, make sure let me do one more swipe of the overhead. Alright, APU bleed air is on. It's going to auto pack us. Everything is on here. Nav beacon light is on. Everything's in auto and on. That looks good. Alright, 255, 182, 10,000. We got the config right now. That's normal. DFDR will go out. Park brake light, which it did. There's our packs coming back on. Do you hear that? So people always ask, is the Md-11 worth it? It's like, well, if you kind of know what you're looking for. I rarely know what I'm looking for, but you hear that wind sound? That's because we selected the ignition. Just like on the 320, when you select the ignition, the auto packs cut out, so you can start the engines. But if you leave the ignition switch on for too long, eventually the packs will come back on. And then when you go to start the engines, they'll cut out again. So same thing is happening here with the Md-11. They've obviously got that modeled nicely. Alright, that's close enough. I don't want to go into that other aircraft. Left Alt P, we'll stop the push. Cockpit to ground, push complete, set brakes. Brakes set. Clear to start engines. Alright, here we go. We're going to start 3, 2, 1. Alright, let's go ahead and start 3 first. Fuel on. Kind of wish we had a passenger operation, a passenger window. We could see the rain. We could use the oh, that actually looks cooler. Let's save that view. We'll pretend we're a little stowaway squirrel or something in the cargo bay here. All right, start lights out. Number 2. Here we go. Starting engine 2. We'll watch this one from inside since it's on the tail. Monitor for start. N2's on the rise. Yeah, for the free sound pack prototypes, this thing is epic. I would love to see whoever did this. I would love them to touch the 707. The 707 is pretty good. It could use some enhancements up front, like some, I don't know, maybe ambiance or like, I don't know. It just needs a little more oomph outside as well. But man, that 707, I might actually go home and fly it on my home PC tonight. Like, I don't know why you guys don't just vote for it all the time. It's that fun to fly, and it's either free or $10 or less. It's the best budget add-on you can buy. It punches at like a $40 add-on. That's how good the 707 is. All right, there's the starter cutout. We got a good start on number 2. Let's go ahead and start 1. Paxman, what's up, brother? Welcome in. Oh, Diabetic, glad you might be right. It is encrypted. I gotta go to the... Is there a portal window? Yeah, let's go to the stowaway window here. The rain is stopping. Fuel on. Oh, shoot. What do we do? What happened? Kill it. Abort the start. What did we do? We screwed up the start sequence? Starting 1. Oh, Turkaren's here. Good, yeah, I was pretending we're a little rat in the cabin. There you go. So, Turkaren the rat is back here. This little portal window, this rat window. Fuel on. Wish the wings were straight now, winglet? What are you talking about, Dan Training? Oh, you mean like a DC-10? I'm going to try not to turn my engines off. I'm going to turn the brightness down a little bit on these 3 screens here. There we go. Yeah, a nice DC-10. I tell you what, that freeware DC-10 that's coming out, it looks good. These are all real players. 1, 2, 3, ready to go. All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3, good starts. Okay, APU will automatically come down. We're doing a flaps 13. Let's dial in flaps 13. Select our flap handle to dial the flap position. Alright, flaps 13 is set. Flight controls. Let's verify from up front. Let's go ahead and bring up our flight control panel. Where you at? Pull up. Pull down. Left. Right. Neutral. Okay, back to engine page. Takeoff selected. Auto brake. Nope. Auto brake is arm. Brakes released. All green. Let's go. Naha ground FedEx 357 heavy taxi.
FedEx 357, taxi to holding point runway 18 left via Delta Echo 2.
Delta Echo 2, 18 left, FedEx 357 heavy. Are you using your Boeing profile for the force feedback? Gus, I'm actually using, I started with it, Gus, but I made this a little bit heavier. It's my Md-11 profile. So I started with my Boeing profile, but I made the Md-11 a little more blocky and a little harder return to center. I'm only guessing, though. But as far as the force profile, relatively similar. How are we going to get off this ramp? Is there an MD-80 in front of me here? Oh, I guess I can't hear him anymore. I wonder if that's a saying. I think we've had this bug before where I've got like additional traffic and someone is on the network and they double up. Look at that ANA cargo over there. That's pretty sweet too. Alright, holding point 18 left. We gotta come left. I mean, the Md-11 is so well done. This is a really good airplane, man. A taxi, so I mean, you really feel like you're in that heavy metal. But you know what really put it over the edge for me is the sound pack. Without the sound pack, look at that L10. That is so juice. Without the sound pack, I didn't enjoy this airplane as much. Oh, dude, Bad Hawk, the Md-11 has serious range, dude. I'm sure someone in chat will tell you, but I mean, it's like, it's a 15-hour plus airplane. Ace Fly Wings, what's up, man? We're going from Naha to Fukuoka, Japan. Alright, who's in front of me here?
FedEx 357, give away to the 777 ahead.
Giving away to the 777 FedEx 357. Friction Mafia, I saw your comment up there. Yeah, I see a lot of the, well, I say a lot, I see the MD-11s flying in Miami quite a bit, now that they're coming back. Give way to the 777, continue taxi, holding point 18 left via Echo 2, it's FedEx 357. Might have been a network confusion error there. Oh, maybe the 777 up here. Maybe I was behind a player.
FedEx 357, contact tower on 118.1.
Tower 18.1, FedEx 357, have a good day. Tower FedEx 357, heavy hold and short 18 left, ready for departure.
FedEx 357 Heavy, Naha Tower, runway 18 left, hold short, 300 holding at the runway.
Hold short, 18 left, FedEx 357 Heavy. Oh, that is a weather. Is that a weather return? Surely that's not weather return. How do I turn off terrain mode? Not sure what that is there. Turn weather off on the ground. Busy departure here. Taxi lights coming off. Set the brakes. Is that guy gonna blast off? I think that's a player. I think. That's the A300. Let me go to live map real quick. I don't see anybody on the live map, so I'm gonna get out of here. Oh, those are all players? Alright. Let's taxi up to and hold short. Maybe he'll change his mind. Naha ground FedEx 357 Heavy, holding short 18 left, ready for departure.
FedEx 357, runway 18 left, hold short, 300 holding at the runway.
I don't see anything on the holding short. We're going to taxi up to, and then we're just going to depart then. We'll switch over to Unicom. Oh, Crazy Flyer, are you on same tensions? I wonder if it's looking at you.
FedEx 357, heavy, runway 18 left, winds 160 at 16, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 18 left, clear for takeoff, FedEx 357 Heavy. Alright, lights are on, let's do this thing. AJ Frenari, thank you for the 10 gifted subs, my man. I appreciate you. If you pick up a membership from AJ Frenari, make sure you shout him out and say thank you, man. Very kind, dude. Just before we blast off here. Alright, APU air is on, power is available. We don't need it anymore, so let's just go ahead and hit this button, and it should auto shut down. Seatbelts, no smoking is on, trims are set. I'm in pitch mode. I'm going to see if I can change that here when I hit my Toga config button. We'll use all available runway. They need to address flap drag, Steveless Joe? What do you, I don't know where you guys are getting that on the 707. I have to maintain like 65-70% N1 on approach in the 707 with flap 40. I wonder what's going on with that. But yes, there is an oscillation at cruise, I've noticed. I've heard the trim wheel running. Alright, if you haven't already, make sure you smash down that like button for some heavy Md-11 operations here. We haven't flown this airplane in a while. I'm a little left to center line, that's alright, we'll fix it. Alright, so takeoff. We're going to do, we hit this button? No, auto flight. That's armed. Nav armed. Pitch mode, is that normal? Is pitch normal? Let's spool them up. Yoga's in chat. Let's go. It should auto take the thrust levers here. Looking for 111.2. I don't love that pitch command on my FMA. We might have to modify our techniques here. 1. Rotate. Nice and easy. Don't hit the tail. Pause the brake. Gear up. Fly with. Oh man, look at all those lights down there. That's beautiful.
FedEx 357, contact departure.
Let's get the weather radar on right away. Over departure, FedEx 357 Heavy. Slow the nose, let's get back on. There's our climb thrust. Departure FedEx 357 Heavy, 3000, climbing 10, 10,000 on the Escoba 3. Flaps coming
FedEx 357 Heavy, departure radar contact. Climb 2000 direct Cayenne.
Climb 2000 direct Cayenne for FedEx 357 Heavy. I'm going to stay on the SID just because we have other players on Iveo. Sucker down here. That's the APU, selected APU air off. There we go. Ooh, little early morning breakout. Here comes slat retraction speed. Slats are coming in. Picking up anything on the weather radar. I wonder if it got broken. Sim update 6. Alright, there's our VCL 255. Departure FedEx 357 Heavy to request high speed climb out. Oh my gosh, what is this turbulence?
FedEx 357, climb altitude 12,000 feet approved. Maintain high speed.
High speed, climb 12,000, FedEx 357 Heavy. Something just kicked on, man. We hit, it's like 7,000 feet. Departure pilot port FedEx 357, moderate turbulence at 7,000.
FedEx 357, roger. FedEx 357, thanks for the turbulence report.
Wow, this is going to be a beautiful morning here. We'll keep hand flying the SID here. It feels pretty good. 10,000 and 250, going to be tight, 9,500 feet. Close enough for Japanese radar. Actually, we'll be right at 10K here. We're right on it. Does Sky Intentions give those PIREPs to other players? To other pilots on the network, I believe so. On Skynet. Alright, we can get some more nose down trim in there.
FedEx 357, climb flight level 200.
Climb flight level 200, FedEx 357. Alright, 200 is set. Let's lower the nose. Marcus exclamation point route should get you set up there. We'll go ahead and kill these lights. Looking for 310 in the climb out now. It does hand fly so nice, I gotta admit, man. The Md-11 does hand fly real nice. It's more I don't know. I'd almost say the L1011 feels a little bit more nimble. The Md-11, I always feel like I'm on the brink of being out of control. I don't know what it is. Like, oh, brother. All right, let's do a little bit more trim in there. And the Md-11 does do weird things with force feedback. It does a lot of weird things with force feedback.
Stabilizer motion.
Like it really wants to fights you on the trim. All right, let me go ahead and engage autopilot 1 if I can. AP1's engaged. Let's see. I may have to disconnect my yoke. We shall see. I don't know. I've heard say intentions ATC ask other pilots for players for PIREPs. Yes, Delta's always reporting light chop. They sure are, man. All right, let's go ahead and turn our noise canceling headphones on here a little bit. All right, so we're 310 pitch, climb, nav, throw. We're looking good now. All right, after takeoff, let's go ahead and disengage you. Come up over here. We're gonna go off on the auto brake. Verify the slats are stowed. They are. We'll reset them for 15. 15 is set. Oh, that is beautiful. You and Vodka have a Bruno profile for this? I have one.
357, contact Kobe control on 119.3.
It's not the best, Chris BT6. It's not the best. Over to Kobe control 19.3, FedEx 357. It's not the best, I'm being honest with you. I need to work on it more. Vodka doesn't have the Md-11 because he thinks it's mid, so.
Cessna 2 Tango Golf, climb to flight level 280.
Out of flight level 250 for flight level 280, Cessna 2 Tango Golf.
Kobe control, good morning, FedEx 357 Heavy 17.5, climbing flight level 200.
Airbus 25, slow to Mach decimal 84. FedEx 357, Kobe control, identified. Good morning, climb flight level 290.
Climb 290, FedEx 357 Heavy. Alright, 290 is set. Man, the cloud-to-cloud lightning down there. Alright, out of 18K. Alright, those are all off seatbelts.
101.
Smoke them if you got them.
Passing Clafo at 9,000. Time 1827.
That's a real player.
101 Roger, report 2 key, descent 6,000.
I think. That it sounded insanely realistic. I'm pretty sure that's a real player. Pretty sure that's a real player. Is it possible to stash the BBJ jet card using the BBJ2? I don't have the 737 and I don't really want to spend another $75. Yeah. You can fly.
Control, Cathay 844, flight level 390.
I believe you can do that, Michael J. Yes.
Cathay 844, Kobe control, identified.
Bad Hog, you like this livery now? Yeah, man. I mean, you could always fly the current FedEx livery, but what the difference is I'll show you when we get up to when the sun starts to rise, and you see my wings versus any other wing. Like the default Md-11 wings are okay; they're super clean. You can kind of see it here, but FS Capital, he's got like this aluminum top, like two tones, some more grime, a little more definition. It just makes the wings look a little bit more. I don't know. Like they pop a little bit more, in my opinion. Probably turn the wing light on again. Where was that wing? You can kind of see it here. But once you look at these wings in the daytime, it's hard to look at the default wings. I do agree, Bill's Mafia. FedEx Panda is awesome. I wish he did it. I wish FS Capital did the FedEx Panda delivery. I'd fly it. You need to see the real-life retro FedEx on a 777. You haven't already? I have, man. I did. I saw the pictures flight following sim. It is pretty cool, too. That retro livery they got on the modern triple. The sound pack is pretty good because it seems a little bit more tuned down up front, which is more believable.
Friction 1829, 6,500.
Heading 101 Dodger, report overhead Larig. Descend 4,000 to level Larig.
Send 4,000 to level at Larry. Window 1.
Wait, who's that on Iveo? Is anybody online? It's crazy. Wow, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's going to be a line of 7 of us going into Fukuoka. So what I'll do is I'll just go straight to Iveo on our top of descent. I'll pretty much just so we can all be on the same freak and hear each other. Is a TFDI Md-11 for the only one? PMDG Md-11 was the first serious plane I have. Oh, Flavius Bulldog, man. Dude, I love the PMDG Md-11. That airplane was one of my favorites as well from back in the day. But that's pretty much the only Md-11 in the game right now. I don't think there's any other Md-11. There's a Rotate Md-11 for X-Plane 12. And it's okay. It's actually, the Rotate and X-Plane 12 just had a large update, which I haven't looked at yet. But I've heard good things about it, so it might be even better. I think this Md-11 though technically has got a little bit more going for it. You've got a full failure simulation, which unless I do a screen capture, which will screw up the whole sim right now. Let me go full screen cam here. You can't see it, but you can run like maintenance checks on your airplane. So if you fly the airplane a lot, you could do pre-flight, like actual maintenance pre-flights in the third-party, or not third-party, in a separate app. Same from TFDI. Same
Piper Bravo Charlie, report overhead Devin.
And
descend 10,000. Double QNH 1009.
And so it's pretty cool.
With the wind, this is 10,000 and copy QNH 101.
Why is that so loud? Calm to it.
And window 101. Commencing Larry 4,000.
Speaking of PMDG, Mr. Rondaz is in the house. Must be
Number
fresh out of 50 current. 3
Mike
engine plus
Delta
pilots unite. Sorry to miss you last week. I got the cramping schedule, so I probably won't work either way. 4 a.m. brief time. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's a no bueno, man. That's a no bueno. What's up, Mr. Robert? I hope everything's going well, man.
Climb flight level 350, your number 2 for the approach level.
Alright, up to 350.
Number 2, 754 Bravo Charlie.
I need to turn off COM 2 here. I'm tuned in. Yeah, how do I get tuned into? Huh? That's weird. Oh, because I'm on 19.3. Wow. So I'm on 19.3 on Say Intentions, and on 19.3 on Iveo, there's people actually flying around. Crazy. No worries, Mr. Roberto. It's all right. Next time. Are you guys going to be... Well, it's probably too early to tell. Do you know if you're going to be at the next expo in Las Vegas? Surely you'll be at the expo in Vegas, right? PMDG's got a lot of history in Las Vegas. I might pick it up when I come back to the sim, at least for old time's sake. Yeah, if I would say this airplane from TFDI is the closest you're going to get to the PMDG Md-11 of, back in the day. And this airplane is good. I would suggest the free sound pack.
All stations, double updated QNH 1011.
I would definitely. It's a free sound pack. Give it a shot. It just enhances it a little bit, right? And I'm someone. I'm a simmer who prefers a little bit slightly more enhanced sounds, just because I'm not flying VR. I don't have a full motion sim, so I kind of like a little extra enhancement of the sound.
Continue runway, correction, report Mike Delta 23 Foxtrot, cleared RMP 3.
I'm trying to turn down the second comm radio. Alright, I think we got it now. Stop calling me Shirley. As far as I know, TFDI was kind of trash at the start. It was not, when it first came out, it did not live up to in my opinion, the OG TFDI standards, you know. But if you think back to the 717 TFDI release for P3D, it was pretty rough when it released, but towards the end, at least when I started flying the 717 towards the end, it felt very polished. It was a very good 717. So I kind of had the same expectations when I saw that they were bringing an Md-11 to Microsoft 2020. When the Md-11 dropped in 2020, I was not impressed. It felt unfinished. It felt unpolished. The model was not very good. You could really tell it was just kind of ported over. The textures were not good. The sounds were not very good. The systems were okay at best. Performance was real tough. But now I'm using the most updated version. I believe there was an update not too long ago on this as well, and I just updated it before the stream. The textures are way better. The model, they did a full model redo for the Md-11. Much better. I mean, if you look around there, I mean, look at this. It's just a beautiful. Look at the wing view here. The engine looks beautiful. The cockpit looks really good. So they've definitely stepped it up. It's now in a state where it's definitely TFDI quality, man. That you've come to expect or you've come to love from the P3D days. If you're still on 2020, I don't know if it's. I don't know if you got the same updates as the 24 version. You may have. I don't know. I don't fly 2020 anymore. It's a dead sim to me. But it's probably definitely in a better state than it was when it came out on 2020. That's for sure. COM 1 simulations. Mr. Rendazzo says, funny story. All sim training is done at Memphis. On the way home from training, number 1 started showing oil pressure issues about 100 miles from Memphis. At least we would have known the approach is cold. Wow. There you go. Yeah, you know all the approach is cold going into Memphis. My goodness. Well, hey, one engine having oil issues. That's why you have 3 engines, right? Shoot, we were flying the L1011 2 days ago. I shut one down on accident. Turns out when you close all fuel off to one engine, it typically doesn't run. And we just kind of kept going, leveled off at vertical speed. Finally figured out how to reconfigure the bleeds and to get it relit. But that's why you have 3 engines. 3 engines are better than 2. The only thing better than 3 engines, 4 engines. I think we're all excited for PMDG's upcoming 4-engine aircraft. Which seems better feeling for the aircraft? Are you talking about 2020 versus 2024? I'm fully bought into 24, man. I feel like 24 it feels more alive. It feels more fluid, in my opinion. 2020, especially on the ground, like there is differences in flight, but especially on the ground, 2020 was very. It seemed kind of basic, if that's a good way to explain it. 2020, the aircraft on and around the ground felt kind of weird. In 24, they feel much, much better. X-Plane 12, however, on the ground is probably the best. I don't think you can beat X-Plane 12 ground handling. Flying an ex-US Airways 319 to Phoenix out of Austin, boarding in 20 minutes. Sweet, man. That's an old US Airways bus going into this. Probably old CRTs, Blair's World. Take a peek up into the cockpit, see if they have the thrust pump switches on the thrust levers. Black Square King Air can't come soon enough? Yes, the King Air and the Beech 1900. Alright, speaking of 1900s, does anybody remember PMDG Beech 1900? Hit the like button if you remember that airplane. Yep, exterior shot of the livery coming up. Let me turn the sims down a little bit more. We'll go into our final cruise mode here. I just like to babysit. Oh, we're at 330. Never mind. Sorry. 330. Seatbelt signs coming off. You're free to move about the cabin. Reset the drone cam here. So yeah, this is the a former American Airlines Md-11. You can see where they clearly said American Airlines, and there's a luxury liner scratched out right here. A real, actually, this was the true to life image of this aircraft too. For a while, this tail number looked like this. Yeah, it's a former AA bird. Oh, there's the angle right there. So what island is that? I'm gonna pull up my map here. Yoron? Saying that right? R-O-R-Y. Yoron. I just discovered I have an original Pan Am 707-300 operating manual with perf data. Uh-oh. Guess what I'm doing this weekend? This runs awesome. You gotta get in that stuff. You gotta. I'd be very curious. Report back after you mess around with it this weekend. How are you finding the perf? Because I don't have any data to back up the perf numbers in the 707. I mean, to me, it's fun. It's been a blast to fly, but I'd be curious to see where it stacks up performance-wise. And that'd be pretty cool if maybe we can get some performance data nailed down, and maybe they can do a little update. But people are saying it's too slippery on approach. I don't know. The two approaches I've done in the 707, at flaps full, I've been, almost 65% N1, or yeah, 65% N1, pushing those EPRs up pretty good to maintain a 3-degree path. So I don't know where the slippery slope is coming from, but it sure is fun, man. It sure is fun. I'd be very curious. Make sure you report back. But that is very cool. An original 707 operating manual perf data. And then, well, what's also cool too is we have the Nimbus 707 coming out for X-Plane 12. I don't know if you've ever dabbled in X-Plane 12, Robert, Mr. Randazzo, but the Nimbus 707. I've seen a couple of videos, and it's pretty much the main reason why I got X-Plane 12 back updated on my system in preparation for that airplane releasing. Some of the flap animations and wing animations they've shown, the cockpit looks really good. So I am pretty excited for that. Let's see if we got to burn some gas. Let's get up a little bit higher here. Let's see what our optimum 3.4 really. Max is 3.7. Let's see if we can get to 36. Let's request for level 360. Kobe Control, FedEx 357. Request flight level 350. Actually 35 because we're going east, right? Or yeah.
FedEx 357, climb flight level 350.
Climb 350, FedEx 357. Alright, 350 is actually set. Let's pull it. Climb thrust up to 35. And init. Oh yeah, did he ever give us 3.5? Why did we stop at 33? Alright, up we go. Another 2,000 feet here. Canadian PT6 in the house. What's up, man? Have you ever left the PA on by accident? I just read news about United leaving it on. Yes, I have. The Airbus made it very difficult to leave the PA on. Made it very, because you had to really be screwing up with the radios. If you just use the handset in the Airbus, you'll never talk on the radio. In the 7.3, it's very easy to do if you're reconfiguring the radio panel and not using the telephone. So actually, not too long ago, I started my PA. It's like on the radio, but I quickly caught it. Now I have heard many of pilots do the full PA, and if you do a full PA on the radio, especially on guard, you are gonna hear it. You are gonna hear it from other pilots, especially if you work for an airline that starts with D and ends with A. They are going to rip you a new one. Barrel, what's up, my man? Says, what's up, guys? Bought the Black Square Bonanza and Baron bundle. Ooh, that's a great one. And completely love it, but had to switch to Diamond. DF-42 at flying flight training at the moment. Oh, no. Well, you could still practice your profiles in the Black Square stuff for fun, man. Oh, my gosh. Look at the sun rays coming through. This is the Japan update, too, right? I mean, the ortho looks really good down there. Mr. Randazza says, I did one at JFK during ground rush in the evening.
Contact Fukuoka Control on 123.9er.
Oh, boy. I bet you heard about it. I bet you heard about it. Over to Fukuoka Control 23.9, FedEx 357. Alright, 23.9. Fukuoka Control, FedEx 357, 350.
FedEx 357, Fukuoka Control identified. Good morning.
Morning, sir. Oh, I don't know if I want to watch the sunrise. Oh, yeah. And the ortho down there looks so good, too. I want to look at that ortho. From altitude, it looks very good. P1 second airline interview incoming on the 31st. Oh, wow, nice, man. You're cooking on the interviews. Low-key hoping one of the two says no to me so I don't have to choose between the two. Oh, man, this... Nah, you always... Well, who knows, man? They might. But surely you have a preference, right? Have I ever flown the Md-11 as a passenger? I have, young Silly Box. I have flown on the Md-11. I believe we were on an Md-11. I think it was, I want to say it's LA to New York, actually. And then I've flown on the DC-10. And actually, the Hawaiian, was it the Hawaiian DC-10? I think it was a Hawaiian DC-10. So when we did that long haul in the ATA L-10, that return trip, so we flew an ATA L-10-11 to Hawaii, and then we did inter-island flying, and then on the way back, we flew Hawaiian. And I remember getting on a Hawaiian DC-10, and it just having a certain smell that just, I don't know, it's different. Smelled like Hawaii and Lays and wide body aircraft, you know. I really enjoyed DC-10. Did they have bump thrust on the 319? No, not for the CFMs. They only had bump thrust on the IE engines. Good night. That is a stunning shot. DC-8 coming soon, I hope. From who, Jost? DC-8 from who? Let me take a look at the Aveo WebEye here. See if everybody is up en route. Oh my goodness, what a little conga line we got going on here. ANA 346 is just... Look at this. Oh my gosh. Who's the ANA? He's just going direct. He's like, F you guys. No, you can't really see it anyway. We're all on a nice line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this guy's like, F it. Direct 2. Gonna try to beat us there. We're about halfway. Very cool. That's me. I'm on INS waypoints. Okay. Okay. Look at that. The coastlines are popping out here too. gosh, guys, I love... Every time I fly this airplane, I'm reminded that I love to fly it. But for some reason, it never does good in YouTube. Like, I don't know if you guys don't like watching it, or the majority of you think it's mid. I love flying this airplane, especially with the sound pack. Without the sound pack, I would agree. It's not my favorite. It just seems kind of... I don't know. Kind of... Not soulless, but just kind of empty. With the sound pack, though, it adds a whole nother layer of depth. So if you do like this airplane, please hit the like button. The like button is free and easy, and it makes me, or it lets me know what aircraft you guys want to see the most of. And if videos do good when you hit the like button, then that gets in the algorithm. I'm like, oh, let's do another Md-11 stream. When is the Saab 340 visit? Dude, Canadian, I haven't messed with the Saab since the release day. I wish it was good, man. It looks good. It's got a good model. It's Herein Auto, but it just is. It's so riddled with bugs, and the Saab 340 is pretty quirky in and of itself. So when you have a Saab, or any airplane for that matter, that is quirky and is riddled with actual bugs, it makes it almost impossible to fly, because you don't know if you're doing something wrong or if the airplane is bugging out and doing something wrong.
Dynasty 105,
What I will
12
say
o'clock, 8
is
miles, a
the
CRJ, crossing right to left at flight level 350.
YS-11 Canadian, the YS-11 is surprisingly good for what it is, and there's some really good liveries for the YS-11, the Dempsey YS-11. The sounds are pretty good, and it's a whole lot of fun to fly. Oh, look, is that a little, what is that, a little volcano out there? What do we got off the left wing here? Oh yeah, a couple of little scattered islands. But we flew the YS-11 a handful of times. What fix are we going to? We're going to Kana. Wow, we are hauling. We are hauling today, guys. Nakadaki. Toshima?
Zippy 52 at flight level 320.
Toshima.
Zippy 52, identify.
Sounded like you said Zippy 52. Would you like an L188 Electra? I would, Jeremy. What I would like more is a PMDG DC-6 level Lockheed Constellation.
20 miles, a CRJ.
So if PMDG's next surprise aircraft is a Constellation,
Tally on the traffic, Cathay 844.
that would be pretty epic. Imagine a Constellation at DC-6 quality. I saw the last passenger Md-11 takeoff from YUL years back. Was too young at the time and didn't know it was the last. Yeah, Canadian. I'm trying to remember the last time I saw an Md-11 take off too. They used to go, what, from I think the last actual Md-11 flight was St. Martin to the Netherlands, right? KLM? At one moment in time, the YS-11 was your favorite plane. Thanks for the stream. Looking forward to the GA tomorrow. Don't audible, please. Oh, the GA. Oh, well, yeah, perhaps, since I don't have to fly tomorrow. We will do GA tomorrow. We shall see. Indeed. Thank you, Two-Tut. Appreciate you, man. The YS-11 is still one of my favorite airplanes. It's just down there a ways, you know?
FedEx 357, expect the SQP arrival. Descent coming up in about 20 minutes.
Roger that, FedEx 357. I already said, yeah, I already said that. We'll see, T-Tut.
FedEx 357, say again, please.
Goodbye. I'm going to, since we have 7 or so aircraft, I'm actually going to just go to 22.8. I'm going to go ahead and kill say intentions now. Actually, it worked pretty good. I love having it just fill the airport with traffic there when we're on the ground. So I'm going to switch over to 22.8. I'll be on Iveo's for the remainder of the flight in, since we got to coordinate with everybody else. So 22.8, we'll go back to the guard frequency on VHF2, also known as Delta Operations. 21.5 is on 2, 22.8. Radio check 22.8. Make sure I got the proper audio. All right, we're all on 1 now. Alright, sun's coming up. Let's go ahead and juice up our lights here. Be very careful you don't mouse wheel your engine start or engine fuel levers. Alright. Now we are cooking, chat. Now we are cooking. Beautiful sunrise in our Md-11 today. All right. That's a shot. Got to give you one of the updated commander. Flight sim guy, we'll see how much time I have. What time is it? I would love to do a real quick commander stream after this. Wasn't there a big, wasn't there a change to like the engine start procedure? Let me see if my pew pew stuff got delivered today. If it did, if it's not delivered yet, we might do it. Have some pew pew stuff get delivered. Ooh, DCS F100D development report. That might get me back in DCS. Grinelli Designs. Gosh, that Super Sabre looks so good for DCS. Arriving today, arriving tomorrow. Nothing has been delivered yet. It's out for delivery, though. Yeah. We'll see, T-Tut. F-104, GOAT, F-100 mid. Yeah, the F-104 is pretty cool. Flight Sim Guy, where can I find... Where's the changelog for the commander? I'd actually like to look at that before we get too busy here on the arrival. Where do you guys want to sit? Inside, outside, jump seat, side? Let me see if I can find a changelog for that. And I've been drinking too much coffee. I might have to do a lab break here. Commander, changelog. Alright, here we go. New light combing, continuous fuel injection, simulation, and starting procedures. Now accurately starts with mixture lever and idle cutoff. Okay. I thought that was weird. But in the Bonanza, you do, right? Or is it the Bonanza? One of the engines that we had, one of the airplanes we were flying, you do start with it in full forward. Okay, now it starts in idle cutoff. Could somebody get Fly Navy on the horn, because he's been upset about this. Attempting to start with mixture full pitch will result in flooded engine. Lycoming engines have fundamentally different fuel injections than the Continental. Okay, yeah, that makes sense because I flew the Lycoming IO 540s on the Navajo and Chieftains, right? So we had the Lycoming engines, which were idle cutoff. Continental are full rich. That's the difference. Very cool. Very cool. All right. Overhauled EDM features, Lena Peak. Oh, we'll have to go Lena Peak. Piss everybody off today. What else they got? New cylinder temperature variation table. Oh, wow. This is a huge update. Made both CHT and EGT cylinder variations unique in every aircraft. Oh, wow. T-Tut. We're going to have to do that. We're going to have to do this today. Yeah, buddy. Let me see. We're going to have to do this today. I think so. I think you're right. I'll tell you what. Let me do a quick lab break. You guys have control. I will be right back. Where's our Japanese, Korean jazz? We only Korean jazz. Japanese classical music. Sounds of Japan playlist. Oh no, we're not in Japan. Yeah, we are in Japan. Japanese sound gardens. There you go. All right. I'll be right back. Let me take a quick lab break, and we're going to start prepping for our descent. I'll be right back. T-Tut has control. Bill's Mafia's in the jump seat. Don't mess with it. All right, we are back. Iveo, Daniel. So what are we thinking so far in terms of, whoa, this song is a little aggressive for me this morning. I need like some, Japanese classical music. There we go. Afternoon Tranquility. Maybe this is a better vibe. T-Tut, thanks for the super chat. Shout out to whoever remixed your intro song. Jeremy Harvey, what are you talking about? Today's intro song? Jeremy Harvey, that was from the Asia Pacific tour. One of my absolute favorite, I don't know, I think the Asia Pacific tour theme song that Jeremy made is probably my favorite countdown theme song. Gets me so fired up, man. Japanese chill hop. F-100 is awesome. First production fighter to surpass a 1 million... Oh, 1 million a copy. Really? Wow. This sounds Indian? Ah, not according to Epidemic Sound Studios. Oh, you know what? It does kind of sound Indian. What's up with that? Sushi Master. This definitely got to be Japanese. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now we're back in Japan now. We definitely went to India for a quick second there. Look at the... That's beautiful. Anyway, what I was saying is, what do we think on the colors in terms of sunrise? We've had some beautiful sunrises in X-Plane 12. But do we think Microsoft colors? I don't know. Hold on. You know what time it is? It's time for a comparison because we can do that now. Let me open up my sunrise view on our X-Plane 12 stream we did. Damn. Sorry to hear about necklace. Hope kids took it okay. Thanks, AJ. That's for $3 super chat. Yeah, they did. They took it all right. Definitely a bummer, though, man. I mean, I think the wife and I it's harder on us because we, you know, so much going into keeping her alive all the time. Ooh, chat. This livery is Tom. Hold on. Hold on. Comparing colors. I know the engines are on the wrong side here. Let me do this. Oh, I don't know. I don't know, guys. X-Plane 12 is slapping, man. I can't believe that colors. Oh, look, this is like 3 streams in a row. We had, let's see. I know we were looking at the other stream. A little bit higher up, wing view there. I tell you what, man, X-Plane 12 from sunrise and sunset. I think visually, when you compare default sims, sunrise and sunset, I think actually have to belong to X-Plane 12. If I'm being completely honest with you. Look at the sun comparison there. Definitely some more rays on the Microsoft one. Oh. Can't do audio voices. No, Microsoft's not dead to me because Microsoft still as a whole package does way more. I mean, look at the clouds in the distance on X-Plane 12. The clouds in the distance in X-Plane 12, I think, single-handedly are the biggest negative so far in terms of default environmentals. Because the clouds up close look real good, the colors look really good, but clouds at distance in Microsoft... Okay, I'm done with the music. The clouds in Microsoft look better at distance, by far. Like, there's really no comparison. Like, see how the clouds at distance there look kind of mid? Let me look. Do we have any distance clouds? Yeah. So the clouds at distance in Microsoft, they look much more realistic. X-Plane 12 clouds at distance, not so much. But it's cool to see. It gets me excited for the Nimbus Md-11, Nimbus 707, because if the Nimbus 707 comes out and it is good and it has some good liveries, whether it's an Avianca livery, better have a Clipper livery, Pan Am, and the one livery that I have not seen yet, I actually messaged FS Cabral. If anybody knows him, tell him to check his DMs on FlightSimTO. American Airlines Astrojet, they did American Airlines Air Freight. I posted it in the Discord. It was like the OG Astrojet. If it comes with that livery, we might just do 707 for a week. And literally, I mean, like, we'll just fly nothing but 707 for a week. Coming up on TOD, I think it's time to start preparing. Let's hop down here. Let's verify our arrival. All right, so I'm going to put you in plan mode. A DCA would be cool too. I agree with you. All right, Koshi, Liad, Goyo, and we're starting it from. Where are we starting this from? Kea? No, Ixcoop. Alright, so increase and data. Alright, there's Guspa. Ixcoop, alright, Ergots, 8,000, that checks. FF 670 at 210 knots. That checks. 671 around the arc. All the way around 671, 672. 673. And then it hits Saycox at 210. Yep, 8,000 feet. And then from there we go straight to NTEX at 2,000 or above. Let me look at the approach. We might mess with that and make that a hard 2,000. That's pretty far out though, isn't it? Alright, NTEX inbound. How far out? It's only 11 miles. Oh, it's 11 from IFO. I'll tell you what, let's make NTEX a hard 2,000. Alright, we'll make you a hard 2,000, and we'll make the second one a hard 2,000 as well. Just for our VNAV profile, might help us out a little bit. So we're going to change those two to the hard 2,000 at the bottom. Then we're on the approach to 16 left. Excellent. Takeoff approach information. We're going to land flaps 35, 166 on the VREF. Flat extension minimum 180. Clean min is 224. Alright, let's run some landing data. Let's plug our iPad back in here. Alright, let's go to performance. Arrival 16 left. Dry. Get weather information. And let's get the landing weights, reversers, auto brakes, calculate. We're looking at 5383, flaps 35. Perfect. That all checks out. What do we need to tune in for the radios? It's an Md-11. It's auto-tuning, if I'm not mistaken. I believe it auto-tunes. So we're in auto-tune mode. We'll play at auto brakes medium. Where's our TOD at? Coming up there in just a little bit. So if we descend via... We're going to descend via to 8,000 feet. Alright, approach briefing has been completed. Can brighten up the rest of these screens here. Very, very careful not to shut your engines off. Alright, auto brakes 2, medium is set. Everything's in auto tune mode. We're ready. Let's enjoy the outside view for a little bit. Scott, you're late to the party, man. Indeed. So 2 or 3 contrails. Ah, there's 3. I do miss the X-Plane camera system. Although the head-on view on the Md-11 is pretty sweet. That's pretty cool. Just boarded, packs have vapor coming out of them, nice and cool. Excellent, Larry's World. On a 7.3, you wouldn't have any air conditioning. You'd be sweating your butt off. Your flaps 25 at 161 vodka. What do you find? The 7.2? You find the 727 vodka? Flaps 25, 154. What do you guys fly? I'm landing flaps 25. What's my wall? They're dying of dehydration. Oh, 777. Ooh. Nick wrote me about Chase Plane months ago, and you're going to set up tonight? Well, make sure you let me know about your WASM crash tomorrow. That's not worth it, in my opinion. Just because the amount of times the sim updates, airplanes update, and you don't know if it's going to mess with it or not. And it does mess with it, especially on updates. You got to wait for another update. I'm done. Flaps 35 is mid. Okay, all right. 777F. I almost flew that today. Almost flew that. Let's see, the X-Plane file system and scenery is too old. Yes, I would agree, Captain. AJ thinks it's okay because he still works on MS-DOS, so he's used to that kind of thing. But, yeah, the whole file, like, the fact that you have to edit scenery layers or like the CFG file edits and all that, it's just, I do wish there was... It should come with X-Plane 12 should buy out X Organizer, and it should be standard with the sim. All right, so let's see. We're gonna set our bottom altitude of 8,000 feet. 8,000 is set, and then we have to push it. Yeah, so we're prof. No. How do we do descent? 8,000 and prof. Yeah, there we go. Prof to 8,000. Prof to 8,000 is set. See somebody out in front of us. Did that L-1011 cut us off? That L-1011 cut us off. He sure did. Well, actually, no, there's someone in front of me. There's 542 in front of me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nice. There's actually a lot of Iveo traffic in this part of the world. RJFF Tower is on 18.4. Fukuku Tower is online 18.4, guys, just as a heads up. Why can't I tune 18.4? I was about to be... I need a radio, man. Wind control. I need a radio stack. 18.4 set. Bills, that's you and the Md-11 out front? Nice, man. Alright. Out front for now. You're going to be trailing from behind during the Jets game, that's for sure. Old Joshy Allen is going to be struggling this year. I got a feeling, man. I got a feeling Josh Allen's... He's checked out, dude. He's full dad mode. He said it himself on Pat McAfee. He's like, I'm a father now, man. That's all I care about. That's what happens. Your perspective changes, man. Your perspective changes in life. Mine has changed dramatically. Mine has changed dramatically. AFC East bet? Yeah, we can bet. We can bet that Bills. I'll be down. I don't know. I think the Bills can go 7-9 and probably still win the AFC East. I don't think the AFC East can be any good this year, dude. Not any of us. Octavi works wonders for the radio stack. I do remember that, AJ, from the Expo. That Octavi thing was pretty cool. How are you guys liking that? Vodka, are you still using your... Didn't you get it, Team Vodka? Get that terrible... I got it in my truck still, Team Tut. Let's see if we hit any wake turbulence. We're going to go right through this guy's wake here, I think. Hit any wake turbulence as we go through his contra. I thought you got that Octavi thing, Vodka, at Expo. The radio Garmin thing. Remember with all the buttons? I don't know. Wait, Bills, who's the Pats QB this year? Who's the QB of the Pats? And also you got Mr. Cheating with Rossini, head coach. I think they're going to be screwed this year, man. I don't think the refs are going to do them any favors. The NFL can't have an adulterer in the playoffs, so the refs are going to be against them this year. Which will be the first time in decades since, in my opinion. Was it Drake May still? Drake Mayo is still the QB1 at the Pats? Okay, yeah, the FCU EFIS. Yeah, that's what I got vodka for all the stuff. Actually, I've got the Moby flight right now for the Md-11. It's pretty good. What Madden is saying about the Jet season, because we know they will use it for GM roll. Guess I haven't played Madden in so long. I almost want to get it again, see if I can get my kids to start playing. But it's all scripted AI BS now, dude. Madden died with like Madden 2000 and 08. I think Madden 08 was the last good one. Alright, here we go. Let's get serious on the sounds are up, recorders coming up. Be a friend, tell a friend. Let's go ahead and unscrew this Fuoco traffic FedEx 35. Oop, that's the wrong push to talk button. That's my other push to talk button. Fuoco traffic FedEx 357 heavy. We're just getting ready to pass over Robku for the arrival for 16 left. We're doing 77 Mach, descending via the star to Fuoco. Madden 05 was the GOAT, I agree. Madden 05 was really, really good. That hit stick, baby. And you know what? YouTube has killed so much of that game, and YouTube also killed Madden. I blame YouTube, because before YouTube was a thing, if you found like a glitch play or a play that, you know, had a really, really high success rate, you kind of kept it to yourself. Now all these Gen Zers do is they literally, before they even play the game, they're on the way home in mommy's minivan in the back seat, and they're looking at their iPad, and they're like, meta or best glitch plays for Madden 28, you know, before they even get home to install the game on their GameCube. It's like, and then that's all they run. Then you play someone that they just run the same 3 glitch plays over and over. It's just stupid. YouTube is partially responsible for the death of Madden, at least head to head. PvP Madden stuff. Just like when we used to read the games magazines before we were playing the game. Yeah, but we were reading the magazines about it. No, I actually I just read the back of the box and the manuals. Just totally off topic, but since we're talking about old school games, and Hell Let Loose Vietnam just came out. My dad's a Vietnam vet, so as a kid, I was always obsessed with the Vietnam War. I always did reports on it, studied about it. So it was like my childhood obsession, because that's my dad was a vet from. So, real quick, speaking of games, anybody in the chat ever played the PC game Viet Cong? That game came with a field manual. I read that thing cover to cover probably 10 times. I thought that game was insane, man. Battlefield Vietnam was great. Played that too. Played all the Vietnam first-person shooters. But Viet Cong, if you never played Viet Cong back in the day, you never played a real first-person shooter. Back in the day, dude, it was epic. All right, back on topic here. If you do have Hell Let Loose Vietnam, add me on Steam, though. We need some better squad leaders. Do I remember Wilco Publish? I do, man. I do. FS 2004? Yeah, I sure do, gals. Absolutely. The Wilco E-Jets, and then there was the Wilco 7.3 Classic, right? That livery is weird. Oh my gosh. Somebody tell Nicolasum 1 to get his eyes checked. This livery is amazing. This actually is this is what this tail number was. It was an in-betweener livery. It's a former Md-11 American Airlines livery. See here, it's scraped off, luxury liner, and being repainted for cargo, FedEx cargo. It's a FedEx version. I looked at the Vietnam game you were talking about. Which one, Two-Tut? Hell Let Loose Vietnam? I like it, but why? Well, it's an in-betweener. It's an in-betweener, Nicholas. In-betweener. So when FedEx bought the aircraft from American, you can't have American logos on your, right? That's like a big no-no. Also, whenever there's an aircraft incident, accident, the aircraft's out of service, what's the first thing they do? They cover up any markings to identify it. But yeah, so when they sold it to FedEx, what's the cheap? It's a freight, man. Freight dogs, baby. They're not going to spend money to repaint it right away. Just scratch the logo off, convert it as a freighter, and you're good to go, man. All about saving money. We're not flying our cushy Cathay Pacific Premium First Class. We're not flying our, Jaybirds from Japan Airlines. We're freight dogs today, baby. Friday freight. Hell Let Loose 2. Yeah, it's okay, T-Tut. Like, I still think the best, like, semi-modern Vietnam game was Rising Storm 2 Vietnam. I think that was the best. Nothing lives up to that. That captured kind of the atmosphere of the Vietnam era. Like, when you talk about the weapons and stuff. We're getting way off topic now. I'm sure half the viewers are like, what the heck are we talking about? But, I think T-Tut, I think it will get better with some updates. Like, I think it's going to take a handful of updates, you know, maybe 6 to 8 months to get better. I still have fun with it. It's very hard. It's very, very hard. It's a... Like, you can't... I mean, 90% of the times you get shot in Hell Let Loose Vietnam, you don't even know where it came from because you're in the jungle. So... But I like it. I like the challenge. But it definitely is not without issue. Yeah, I used to play squad a little bit back in the day, man. Regards from Colombia, Nicholas. Awesome, man. Welcome on board, my friend. It's funny. I almost did a flight to Colombo, Bogota today, Nicholas. I almost did a... there was a 707 livery that released on Flight Sim TO. And it was Ecuador's international airline. I was going to do Guayaquil to Bogota today, but maybe we'll save that for next week. Oh, America's Army Bomb Tech. I played that all the time. Between that and Viet Cong, dude. America's Army 2.5, the best way. After 2.5, it went downhill. The modern day America's Army is trash. But the OG America's Army PC. Yep. Mount McKenna. Bridge Crossing. SF Caesar. SF Hospital. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, Bomb Tech. Probably have thousands of hours in that game. Alright, no more FPS talk. We gotta focus on what we're doing here. Alright, we're coming up on 10 and 250. How are we looking on the speed? The speed is extremely fast. We should be slowing to 250. Why are we not profile speeding down here? I think it just bugged it. Alright, so now we're coming down. Let's get the cams up. It's daytime now. Move these down a little bit. SF Bridge, I know. Yeah, Tower's online. I'm going to switch over to Tower. We're outside of his airspace, though, so I'm going to switch over at Ergot. So if you guys are on Iveo, and if you're not already, switch over to Tower by Ergot. Fukuoka traffic, a FedEx 357 Heavy 10,000, slowing to 250 knots just outside of Ergot. We'll be switching to Fukuoka Tower at Ergot. Alright, sounds up, recording is ready. We'll start the recording just prior to NTEX. That was a beautiful shot though of Fukuoka there as we made that turn. Landing somewhere over here. I did pick up a rental. I think I rented the scenery at T-Tut, by the way. I think I did do a one-day rental of this scenery. There was one map you could chuck an 8 across the team spawn, kill the whole team. Yeah, dude, bridge. I used to do that with the Grenadier, the M203. I knew where to aim. Like, I would measure it from the treetop to the bridge pylon, and you'd like aim over, and you could launch it. All right. Oh, contact me 18-4 once established. Okay. Welcome. So I'll switch over at Ergot, which is right about now, and we'll contact him established on the approach, I guess.
Altitude.
All right, there comes 8,000 foot alert. We're going to maintain 8,000 until Saycox around the turn. We're at 250 knots. We could pop the slats out, but we're looking good right now. Bobtech, same here, dude. Same, dude. You're talking about blast from the past, Bobtech. We probably played with each other, man. We probably played on. We probably played on. What was your? I had. I don't know if I ever made it to a 100 honor. I think I got to like 97, and then I started a new account because I wanted to look like the new guy. Alright, we're going to maintain... Oh, we got to come to 210. Slats are coming out. right, slats out, 210 knots. Shoot, we might even have to go flaps. Yeah, let's go flaps 15. All right, flaps 15 selected. I want to maintain 210 though. It says 180? No, 210. We're gonna bug 210, maintain 210. Oh, listen to that. See that? This sound pack, that little rumble right there, that's what you need, man. It just adds so much immersion to it. I don't know if I like the scratch window here anymore. I might move out of it. I liked it when we were in the rain. Gosh, what a beautiful leading edge. That engine model is so good. But see what I mean about the wings? If you're in the Md-11 now, Bills, you're in the Md-11. Do you have FS Cabral? Look at your wings compared to my wings. Tell me whose wings are better. Synced. This is a free sound pack. It's on the Flight Sim TO. Just Google TFDI Md-11 sound pack, and it'll bring you to the Flight Sim TO website. You just download it, drop it in your community folder. You see what I mean, though, Bills? Like, there's so many good liveries, but I just can't. Once I saw these wings and the detail with these wings, I can't fly any other liveries, man. They're just too clean for me, you know. But there are some really good liveries. I mean, I know Whiskey Throttle's got some really cool DC-10 paints for the Md-11. So if you like retro DC-10 paints, I'll throw them on your Md-11. He's got some good ones. Anything he uses is top notch. Jared, yeah, I always raise my view a little bit. I think the default views in cockpits are too low. I actually feel a little bit low right now. I tend to set my view once I get at a turn. I might actually reset it. I kind of put my eyes like at the base of the PFD ND panels. That's kind of where I feel. In the 737, the operating manual says you need to see a little bit of the top of the glare shield. If you see top of the glare shield, like right now, I feel like we're a little bit too low. I'm actually going to raise mine up right about there. That's going to be my new view saved. There we go. I just saved my new view. See a little bit of the top of the glare shield, and I try to get the bottom of my monitor right along the bottom of the ND screens. Because when I'm flying the 7.3, I don't really see the yoke in my lap, right? I'm looking down over the dash, and I'm looking down at my instruments here. So too many default views are down here like this. I mean, you're gonna be smashing everything. What was your name on AA? Mine was Disturbance. Oh man, I had so many. I had AC Delta 57, a Bad Man, like ABAD, MAN, and then I'm trying to remember what did we used to call them? Not squads, but like the clans. I'm trying to remember what clan I joined. I cannot think of it was like a real competitive one to get into. I'm trying to remember. Spit some clans at, man. I probably remember them. I just am drawing a blank. It's been it's been decades since I thought about it. 1VB, that sounds familiar. On Viet Cong, I was on TDC, the Dragon Clan. I can't remember what AA was, though. We actually started our own at one point. Me and two buddies, and then one of them, he joined the Army for real from that game. Yeah, Jared, for sure, man. I use the center pillar as reference. There's a small gap between the pillar and the glare shield. Oh, really? Okay, I can see that. Yeah. The trick, though, if you're going to set a new view, same for you, Jared, or for anybody that wants to reset their views, set your view on the ground when you're completely level and get used to that taxi out. That's your sight picture at touchdown, right? That's your sight picture at touchdown. if you taxi around like this and then you try to land like this, you don't know what your sight picture is supposed to be. So drive around on the taxiways for a little bit. Get used to that sight picture with everything level. Like, I have a feeling we're probably going to smash this one because I don't know what this sight picture looks like on the ground, because we were actually a little bit too low there. Until Jared brought it up. Turks, you're in the chat. Dude, I dropped a 3-day for a 1-day commutable to like on the 29th, dude. I've never been so happy. I'm actually contemplating MBEing back and choosing to commute. Not to hold the line, but just because I can hold like the days off I want to. I can't believe I'm actually thinking about choosing to commute and being back. But dude, last night I got to drop a 3-day for a 1-day. I'm so pumped. It's an XPL turn. I can't remember where XPL is. But to answer your question, how is Hell at Loose Vietnam? It's tough, dude. I think it'll be better. It feels a little unfinished, but it'll be better, I think, in a few updates. I still have fun with it, but it's very rage-inducing because 99% of the time that you get hit and you don't even know where it came from. You could also drop that, then sit APU in the mothership. Not Turks. I'm all about aggressive. I need AD, dude. Aggressive dropping. I'm not about that pickup life. All right, here we go. Savox inbound, making the turn. Oh, is that Honduras? It might be, actually, it might be Honduras again. Yeah, I think it's XPL. You're right. XPL is Kaya Mayuga. We just went there. I just went there too. But it's out of a different airport this time. Shorter flight. It's Kaya Mayuga. Kaya Magua. Okay, so we are Seahawks inbound. And we're holding 8. We should profile down to 2 here. I'm going to reduce speed and maintain 180 at intakes unless he tells me otherwise. What do you think the rotate versus TFDI? Daniel, I haven't flown the rotate in a very long time, and I just heard that it got a pretty sizable update, what, a couple of months back now? Now that I have my X-Plane 12 up and running, I might give it a shot, but I still think the TFDI wins in terms of systems. TFDI has a full failure simulation and pre-flight inspection simulation that you can run with the extended package. So I think on that part of it, TFDI is ahead. Oh, we have proof down. Oh, let's just go down. Oh, I'm getting behind the descent while we're going down. Why are we holding 8,000? Why aren't we descending, Jack? Like this, we should be descending to 2,000. Okay. That's weird. Idle clamp 2,000, there we go. Yeah, but how do I get out of hold? I was pushing and pulling, I couldn't get out of hold mode. How do you get out of hold mode? I was pushing, pulling, doing all the things. I hit prof 20 times. Unbelievable. Bug, POS, uninstalling, rotates better. All right, let's switch over to, we're actually on tower, right? 18.4. Are you going to go back to the bus in Dallas? I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see. 6 from Entix. Next is active. And technically Entix was 2,000 or above, so we'll be alright. We'll call him established Entix inbound. The winds seem pretty calm out here today. I think you were 8,000 set. That's why you put in hold instead of ascending. Okay, fix. Yeah, I'm sure it's user error. Just joking. Yeah. I'm sure it's a user error on my part there.
Altitude.
Throttletek, you just heard thunder? Not where I live. I wish. Let me see. Not where I live. Oklahoma City, maybe. All right, coming up on 3 for 2. We're 210 knots. Here comes Entix inbound. And then we'll call him as soon as we make the turn, which is now. Fukuoka Tower, good afternoon. FedEx 357 Heavy, leveling 2,000, established ILS, runway 16 left.
FedEx 357 Fukuoka Tower. Hello, winds 150 degrees, 08 knots, runway 16 left, clear to land.
Runway 16 left, clear to land. FedEx 357 Heavy. Shout out to the Aveo controllers coming on today. That's sweet. Always get AT. I feel like we typically get ATC in Asia, any Asian theater, whether it's Japan, China, Korea even. All right, approach land, armed. Anywhere but the U.S. Yeah, right, Rogers. South America, we get a lot too. I feel like my seat is left. No, we're pretty much centered up. Yeah, just maybe right there. Nah, it looks good enough. Just too fast. Right there. And I got it. There we go. That's the view right there. Perfect. All right, let's knock it back 180 knots. Flaps 28. I think we can go 28 without gear. Yeah. Take off approach. We're 166. Oh my gosh.
And FedEx 357 expedite vacating.
Stabilizer motion.
We'll expedite vacating at FedEx Express. Alright, so 16 left. He wants us to get off quickly. In that case, auto brakes max selected. Here comes the slope. Shoot, almost forgot the recording. Recording's on. Gear down. Flaps 35.
Landing gear.
Yeah, that's good. 1 second too early. 166 set.
Stabilizer
Tower,
motion.
hello, FedEx 542 over Entix on the Isle of Moza.
Oh wow, this is cool. We should be coming in
FedEx
here.
542 Tower, hello, continue approach number 2.
16 left. Turn off.
Your approach, FedEx 5.
Actually, we gotta go domestic cargo. I don't know where we gotta go. We gotta double back. Alright, autopilot's coming off.
Autopilot.
Oh, I don't know how to disengage my auto throttles. Do it that way. Auto thrust off. I didn't have it down. jeez. Look away for 2 seconds, man. Get a little slow correcting. Oh, hear that growl on approach? Winds are calm, so I guarantee you we're going to smash. If the wind's calm, I guarantee you we're smashing this. Delicate balance here with the Md-11.
Approaching minimum. Minimum 200.
Continue. We didn't arm the speed brakes, so we gotta do manual speed brake
100.
extension.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Oh, that was one of our better landings I've ever had. This scenery is big. I'm glad I just rented it, didn't buy it. Auto brakes off. We'll make the right turn here. Hold it short. Over the cargo. Oh, I don't know if we can make this one. Ah, we can take the next one. Vacate left or right? I'll go
Third
right.
track 669er tower, hello, continue approach, your number 3.
Continue approach, clear track 69.
FedEx 357, we're going to the west apron.
Roger, FedEx 357, continue taxi, Charlie, right, cross runway 16 right, then right whiskey.
Alright. Charlie, cross runway 16 right, then right turn whiskey, FedEx 357. I was slamming on those brakes, hoping he was going to give us the clear to cross.
FedEx 542, winds 170 degrees, 06 knots, runway 16 left, clear to land.
That might have been our most butter Md-11 landing yet. I don't know, we'll have to see the replay. The scenery is not good, though. Big stutter on short final, indicative of the 2020 scenery. And the taxiway, or the landing, the textures are not good on the ground. Not the good. Alright, right turn here on to, all the way up. Alright, let's clean it up.
FedEx 357, do you have any key preference?
No preference for FedEx 357. I think we're going up there towards international cargo. I'll be Whiskey 4, Whiskey 5 area.
Roger, FedEx 357, continue whiskey, then international cargo, stand 51 left, correction 1.
Okay, continue whiskey, stand 5-1 for FedEx 357. Thank you. Alright. We also didn't turn our lights on. That's why we did such a butter. Wow, we didn't do anything.
On the pun,
we didn't do lights. We didn't do spoilers. We did the auto brakes though.
Only 646 tower, hello, continue approach, runway 16 left, clear number 2, correction number 3.
16 left, number 3 on the pun.
FedEx 542, expedite waiting.
Look at our stab.
What's that?
Oh, here comes another FedEx Heavy coming in.
And only 646, reduce final approach speed.
Where's the international cargo?
It's final approach speed.
Up here a little ways. Hold on, I want to zoom in on the... There he is. It's looking good. And smash. That actually didn't look too bad. That looked pretty controllable. Let's continue taxiing here. Alright, yeah, our trim's at 7.3. That's up, stowed. Alright, let's go.
FedEx 542, welcome to Fukuoka. Continue Charlie 6, cross runway 16 right, right west.
Charlie 6, 16 right, and
Clear track 69er, winds 170 degrees, 06 knots, runway 16 left, clear to land, expedite brigade.
the land 16 left, we'll make it quick. Clear track 69.
I don't know where. I said whiskey 5, whiskey 6. I mean, that's whiskey 6. So whiskey 5 should technically be international cargo. I think he said 51 though. We just. Oh yeah, we'll go down to 51. We'll go to 51. He said 51. Career tracks on
FedEx 542, where are you going, sir?
Uh-oh, FedEx 542, where are you going?
I think the people here would have the right.
Roger, FedEx 542, continue taxi on Sierra, then turn right on Whiskey.
Roger that.
Making us look bad, dude. Making us look bad. No lights, no spoilers on, but my Amazon order delivered perfectly on time, intact. That's right, Mix. Thank you for the 6 Canadian, man. Appreciate you. Hey, boxes don't bitch, baby. That's right. They don't need to know. I want to see that replay. Did you say 5-1 Lima?
Fukuoka Tower, FedEx 123 heavy. That is crossing active, established on the localizer.
Let's take 5-1.
16 left. FedEx 123 Tower, hello, continue approach 16 left, clear number 3. Continue approach number 2 for FedEx 1646, expect late landing clearance.
I will expect the clearance.
Someone else on short fire? Oh, he's out there. Really. I missed my taxi line. Bills Mafia, where you going, man? And how'd you get behind me? I thought you were in front of us. I wish I could hit the C button here like an X-plane.
Welcome to Fukuoka, continue taxi Charlie 5, cross runway 16 right, right,
And just park myself, but I can't do that.
Alright, Charlie 5, cross 16 right, and whiskey at your check.
Following 1646, wind 170 degrees, 06 knots, runway 16 left, clear to land, expedite brigade.
Break set.
16 left, clear to land.
I don't want to shut down because I want to get replay sound, so we're going to need it. Let's go watch these landings.
Enter track 69er upon turning right on Whiskey, and your stand will be bid 5-2.
Alright, stand 5-2 at your check.
Yeah, make the right turn, career track, unlike Bill's Mafia. They're going down there doing 360s on the runway. Oh, here comes, is this vodka? ANA Cargo? 777? Freighter?
Fukuoka Tower, good
Smasher.
afternoon. Air Hong Kong 2011, inbound on the ILS.
Air Hong Kong 2011, good numbers.
Air Hong Kong 2011, Tower, hello, continue approach your number 2.
How long did you freaking land that?
Continue approach Air Hong Kong 2011.
Following upon 646, welcome to Fukuoka, continue taxi Charlie 7, cross runway 16 right, right on Whiskey.
Charlie 7, cross on 6 right, right on whiskey, on the pond.
It's been a pretty good lineup here. We get everybody parked. Maybe I should shut down.
FedEx 123, winds 170 degrees, 06 knots, runway 16 left, clear to land,
Man,
expedite
we were all spaced out pretty good.
Clear to land, runway 16 left, and we'll expedite for FedEx 123.
Alright, let's go ahead and kill him.
All Nip.
Tower, all Nippon 346, final for 16 left. For ILS 16 left.
Alright, who's going to screw this up besides Bill's Mafia? Career Track take a wrong turn on the cross country to Lubbock? Did Career Track mess up? Nah, he's in the right spot. Vodka's in the right spot. He just used the whole runway. He paid for it, so he used the whole runway. Let's see what this guy's got. No gear. That's good. Starting out well. Oh, there's gear. When I pan the camera, it stutters. Not bad, not bad. A little bit of a desync there. Alright, this will be a sweet lineup when everyone parks on the ramp. We got 2 there. Vodka's going to park in about 15 years. Pick up that taxi speed. Should have 1 more coming in. I'm surprised Gus didn't fly along with us today. There wasn't any mountains. Could have flown your... Ooh, I want to do a inspection. Oh wait, if you wish to inspect the cockpit, it would take some time. Sure.
Tower, all Nippon 346 is ILS for 16 left, 3000.
So right now, I'm doing a inspection. I don't know if it cuts it off weird, right? You know, you can see it now. So I'm going to do a inspection of the cockpit post-flight. You can do engine inspections. You could do a whole airplane inspection. Mobile interface it. Like, it's got pretty cool. So you can see I got 52 seconds left on the inspection. Maybe I should do an engine 1 inspection too. I can't do it while that inspection's in progress. But yeah, that's a pretty neat little function of the Md-11 extended. Not interested in networks in general. Kind of tired of maintaining both.
FedEx 123, continue on Whiskey.
Come on, Gus.
Continue on Whiskey for FedEx 123. Air Hong Kong 2011.
Tired of maintaining, says the guy who plays X-Wing 12 all the time. He's got to maintain the CFG folder every time he launches a SIB.
Alright, 16 left, clear to land, and we'll expedite off the runway for Air Hong Kong 2011.
All Nippon 646, sorry for that, I got disconnected. Continue Whiskey and the domestic cargo stand 49er.
Oh, that's right, you get to go to domestic cargo.
One station at a time.
Listen to the mic before you key it. ANA
FedEx
cargo.
123, do you have any gate preference?
Yeah, for 53.
No preference, whatever is convenient.
Well, why'd you disconnect, Vodka? Unbelievable. You must have to go. Got another FedEx coming in.
Roger, FedEx 123, continue on Whiskey, stand 53.
Stand 53, FedEx 123.
Alright, I think we got 1 more. I think this is the last one. A300, bring it up the rear. Alright, A300. I'm going to zoom out and pan faster to the right so we get a better judge on the landing, hopefully.
Tower, on Nippon 346, ILS for 16 left.
Alright, there's another round upon after this guy? I thought the A300 was last.
All Nippon 346 Tower, hello, winds 160 degrees, 03 knots, continue approach, your number 2.
Oh, that looked like a
Continue
greaser.
approach number 2, all Nippon 346.
That looked like a greaser right there. That was pretty good. A300. We almost flew that today too. Oh, scenery doesn't match. Are you on the default Vodka? That's probably why. That A300 looked really good though.
Air Hong Kong 2011, welcome to Fukuoka, continue. Charlie 6, cross runway 16 right on Whiskey.
He's gonna go into the terminal.
Charlie 6, cross 16 right and Whiskey for Air Hong Kong 2011.
One more coming in. All right, one more coming in. Who we got? What is it? It is... Man, that was a lot of people on that little Congo line. Oh yeah, one more. It's an... Oh, we gotta watch the... It's an L1011. We have to watch the L1011 landing. Come on, chat. L1011 landing means we also need... Hold on, let's see if I can get this up in time. No pressure. L1011 on final. You have default, there's no 16, right?
All Nippon 346, winds 160 degrees, 03 knots, runway 16 left, clear to land.
Clear land, runway 16 left, all
Justice
Nippon
for Bill.
346.
Yeah, well, you didn't have to do a 360 on the runway. That's funny. I didn't realize there was a single runway. Grave danger music. He's gonna smash it. L1011, he's gonna smash. I'm gonna zoom out. Same thing, so we can kind of catch the a better landing. He's gonna come up short. He's gonna hit the fence line. Oh my gosh, he's gonna put it down on the numbers. Oh, he's trying to flare. He's out of speed. Oh, right on the marker. That was pretty good, actually. With the suspense, he put it right on the marker.
Air Hong Kong 2011, continue
Right
taxi
on the
whiskey,
marker.
then stand 54.
Alrighty. With that said,
Alright, with you, whiskey, stand 5-4, higher Hong Kong 2011.
let's take a little. Let's reset. Oh, I should have left it there. Actually, we'll do for sake of
All
time.
Nippon 346, welcome to Fukuoka, continue vacate Charlie 7.
Take a little
Cross
screenshot
runway
with the
16
look at
right,
that
whiskey.
lineup. L1011, A300.
Continue
MD-88
vacate, cross
check.
runway 16 right, and
Love it.
continue whiskey, all Nippon 346.
Excellent. All right. So, while you're at passenger gates, we're not. We're at. He told me stand 5-1. Oh, I guess cargo would have been over here, huh? Yeah, I guess you're right. I guess this would have been. Well, I don't know. On the 10-9 chart, it shows domestic cargo over here and international cargo. Yeah, I don't know. He told me stand 5-1.
And all Nippon 346, upon turning on whiskey, your stand will be on domestic cargo, stand 50.
I think maybe they do. Maybe this is just a
Domestic
cargo.
stand 50 for all Nippon 346. Thank you.
Maybe it is cargo facility. I don't know.
No worries.
I mean, it's got some pretty. I mean, if the textures, the ground textures weren't so bad, I mean, it's better than nothing. It's better than default, I guess. But yeah, I'm glad I rented it for a couple bucks instead of everything else. Thanks for coming on for the ATC, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you, sir.
All right, let's go ahead and disconnect. Thank you all. It's been a pleasure flying with you. Let's see if we can't. I don't know if we're going to have sounds. I'm going to be really sad if we don't have sounds. I'm going to get the APU bleed up. That's the wrong button. And let's go replay, execute. Sounds like we have engines back. Oh, I forgot to check the extended simulation. No faults, no faults. That's good. All right. Yoke is tripping out. Let's disconnect the yoke right now. Let's disconnect, stop, disconnect. Thank you. Flaps coming in. I think our engines are coming back. Maybe. I did disconnect from my babe, I did, yes. Alright, good. Engines are coming in. Let everything load in here for a second. And let's watch this in a time that we wanted to see it land. Like, that would have been a good, yeah, that would have been a good landing time right there. Simulating coming in from across the pond, landing at sunrise after flying for 2 sunsets, a mega dose of radiation to freight Dawg. That growl on the GE, epic. Imagine coming in here in a massive
500.
monsoon or something. The aluminum foil Falcon, I like it. I like it.
400.
I think we greased this. We're gonna have to find out. I forgot to arm the spoilers.
Approaching minimum.
I turn my lights on to
Minimum
make it look like
200.
semi-professional. I think that was butter. I think. It can be deceptive though because we don't have G-loaded camera like X-Men. Let's see. Let's wind it back. Let's wind it
30.
back.
Sync rate.
Approaching minimum.
Sync rate.
Really delayed on the power pull out. Oh my gosh, I think we did grease it. That's pretty good. That's probably my best Md-11 landing in a while. Touchdown sounds are still localized. Pause that for a second. Let's go ahead and go back to where we touched down, right about here. Let's reset you. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and go bam, bam. Chase plane? Nah, I don't need chase plane. Dude, I got my own chase plane right here, man. Look at this. I got my own chase plane right here. Better than chase plane, because guess what? Don't have to update it every time there's an update. You don't have to worry about WASMs. Here we go. Potato quality at touchdown, no tire smoke. Man, after listening to the level up touchdown sounds, probably some of the best touchdown sounds out there. Yeah, it's in sore need of some touchdown sounds. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Certified greaser, power now. Absolute certified grease landing. With that said, I'm going to start sail. You're going to watch the last one coming in here. I am going to sign off for now. I don't know if we'll have time for it. The commander stream, I'm going to look at it. I'm going to try. If not, commanders tomorrow. Promises, promises. If not tonight, tomorrow. Promise. Don't think I'm going to fish the tournament tonight because it's like 500 degrees outside. I'm not going to do that. Jets are playing. So, we'll see. Guys, thank you all for tuning in, though. Kind of a last minute. Weren't planning on streaming today. I hope you enjoyed this flight. Stick around. Make sure your notifications are on just in case we do Commander. If not, I will see y'all tomorrow for some prop action. Tomorrow will be riddled with props, I promise you. Either ATRs, Commanders, Dukes, maybe even the Piper Chieftain X-Plane 12. Maybe. Depends how much Gus pays me tonight on that note. Alright. Y'all take care. Captain Hannah stopped by. Chase Plane Auto Update. Zero WASM Crash is one of the best add-ons available. Oh, poppycock. Rubbish, man. Rubbish. I got Chase Plane right here. Meow. Alright, y'all. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Actually, I think Captain Kennedy, you're going to stream today, aren't you? I think so. I think you're streaming tonight. 220 ops. 220 ops. The polar opposite of what we've been flying the last few days. Alright, y'all. Take care. Check out Captain Canada going live tonight. I will catch you all tomorrow. Stay safe. Stay healthy. I'm V1. Soup.